Woo! Welcome to the breakdown video of Earth. As you can see, I'm in the wilderness, just existing, right? And I was like, you know what? If all the songs that I'm gonna break down were not at home and somewhere else, sheesh, that would make sense, because it just you just put in the element, you know what I mean? More of the element, you know what I mean? So I had the idea come like probably 6 months ago. I was just minding my, and there's gonna be sounds. Obviously, I'm using this mic. I might change my mind later because this is okay. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time because since we're on a camera, we're on a laptop, we only got so much time before everything goes. So I have this thing as fully charged as I can. That camera is fully charged. I bought things to make it last even longer. I'm glad I got to do this out here. So let's go ahead and get straight into the video. This song, oh my gosh, this song I started February the 2nd, 2021. I can't remember if the whole idea came at first as far as the Elements project, but all I know is like, I knew I wanted that project to really have this sensual feeling, this very sentimental feeling, this very memorable experience. They'd be like, wow, there's a lot that went into this production-wise and vocal-wise. So the way I did this project is basically, well, when I started it, my workflow was different. So the project is all here, and then the vocals are all rendered out. The vocals were all there before, but now it's, I redid them all in Ableton and then sent them over. So that's how I've been doing this whole project, the Elements EP. That's how I just function. And I think it's just better because I can focus on mixing all the vocals at once. And then when I get the time to work on the production, I just focus on the production. So without further ado, I don't want to talk forever. Let's go ahead and get right into, this song is so minimal. It's like all my other minimal tracks. So first we have this, this guitar track here, which I recorded.
Good life, I say, feels like I know what's best. Hard work, it pays, but sometimes I don't know what's next. I don't even need to take a step back. I just gotta figure out where my head's at. But sometimes I overthink shit. Need to break from whatever I compete with.
Okay, let's stop right there. So I know there's not much happening, but I think when I first recorded this track on guitar, all I had was my nylon, nothing else. And that was before this was 2021. I just can't remember the date, but I did get a new guitar later. So I didn't know exactly when. It just happened later. I was like, okay, I have to re-record this because it sounds better. The guitar that I had before wasn't as good, and it was a friend's, and it got passed on by another ones, and it was cheap. So I just recorded it with this thing. I threw on, let's see what track it is. I threw on an EQ just to keep it simple, just to control, and leave room for vocals, basically. So, and then from there, as you can hear, there is this section right down here, which is a sample of another song of mine.
Next, I don't even need to take a step back. I just gotta figure out where my head.
Let me go ahead and mute my vocals. So yeah, that's New Minimal. That's that other release, remember? So that's that was thrown in there about beginning when I started, and ever since then it just worked out. And also you notice that with the way I sang it, it's down here in the.
But sometimes I overthink shit. Need to break from whatever I compete with.
Sometimes I overthink. Yeah, that's where it came from. So if you listen to that New Minimal song, that's where the reference is, and the lyrics kind of follow. I kind of wanted the lyrics to kind of almost match up with the instrumental, just so I can, there's a connection there. And of course, I had more time to focus when I decided I'm gonna throw this all in Ableton and work on it there. The sun will be coming out in and out. I have to adjust the camera so it looks good. I'm like looking at myself on the monitor, but I'm looking at you guys. Hey guys, how you doing? And then proceeding with the song.
Spotlight, the fame could be my brand new fear. They scream my name, but that's what I like to. What do you know? What do I know? What do we know? Where did we go? go, finding a true soul. Down to earth, never hurts. Something to search, quenching my thirst, finding a new home.
You know, just listening to that as an instrumental, it just feels like it's slowly progressing. It sounds like it's starting from a root of something and then just slowly building up into it, you know? And I think this is the new minimal track too. I can't remember. No, wait, it's not. It's not. Let me see, because this, I thought this was the new minimal sample, but it's not. I think it came from. Oh, see, guys, I haven't opened this project. I haven't worked on this project, like the instrumental wise, until like the end of this year. And then from there, I worked on everything else. So I just didn't have time to come back and see what this was. This was so early. This was a June, 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 I think. And then I just don't know what I did. It just sounds kind of cool. I don't know. I honestly I don't know where it comes from. I just know that sound is there. Yeah. But yeah, I'll have some things on the screen showing you how I played it on the guitar. You know. Over here though, as you can see, it says Earth Ozoned. So as you can see, that's a sampled version of the chorus. So let's go ahead and get straight to the chorus, because that's the cool part.
Finding a new home. Lately, I just been feeling down to earth. Maybe I just need to know what I'm worth. See, only what I did in the past, I could change fast, yeah. I know that I can't really live my life. I so dated, but it's really what I like. Really what I like, what I like.
That's such a. I just love the way how warm it feels. When I made the song Earth, the only thing that was going through my head was how warm, or how like how good would that feel? You know, down to earth with this song feel. I need to establish the feeling first, and then apply everything else later. So the song is really grounded in that June, 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 and it follows that throughout the song. So listen to this. I love the silence too. The silence is like that new minimal vibe, you know what I mean? Let's go through these one by one to see what I did, because I honestly don't know what's on these. A little bit of electric guitar. Have it running through a little mega single, and then a gate, stereo enhance it to make it wide, and then after that, going down. I think I ran this through pitch map. I could be incorrect, but the way it just sounds right now, it sounds like it's been ran through pitch map, and I probably just exported it out and then threw it back on the track. I'm not sure. I think so. I'm sorry that I'm not very sure on a lot of this stuff, but it's just been a while. I should have broke down the song the moment it came out, but you know, that's why I'm planning to do all these now and just get them out of the way. You know what I mean? So that is the guitar playing the same exact chords, just pushed down lower, and that's what gives it its rumbleness, or its warmth, its fire. I'm not sure. I can't say fire because it's just earth. I'm disrespecting the song. But yeah, I ran through this plugin once again. Brainworks Mega Single. And when it's not playing, I just have the gate going through. Bit of EQ going on. And this is a cool trick I always do. I always kind of put this notch filter. It just kind of, it takes out frequency. So without it, it's obviously it's not going to sound the same, but. Yeah, so that's kind of, it just kind of sculpts the sound, and also it makes a room for other instruments to be kind of more present. There's a lot of guitar happening, so I just try to balance it out whatever way seems fit. And this must be just a bit of gain for this right here. And then it's being sidechained by the kick. So every time the kick hits, it just kind of dips out in volume. Let's go ahead and move on. Mm. So yeah, when I first recorded that, that was like trash, and then recorded it later, it was way better. That's a new guitar, and of course I got way better at playing guitar, so I was like, no brainer, just go ahead and redo it. Just go ahead and, because back then, 2021, I could play chords on guitar, but I just couldn't. Like I could only play them one way, you know, and it just kind of sucks because you only know so much when you're at that level, but then when you get better and you learn other ways to play that same way, that same chord, you're like, oh wow, since this is easier and I've been playing guitar a lot more often, then I could just hit it, and that's exactly what happened here. So that's why I just kind of went with this. So running on this guitar channel is very simple. Gate plugin and then compressors. And I tried to not use a lot of CPU. As you can see, I'm on my laptop, so I'm not trying to, make my laptop die. What are we at? We got to keep track of everything. 74%, we're good. And then after that, we got the drums. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of.
Lately, I just been feeling down to earth, maybe.
Oh my gosh, that sounds. It's that 808 at the low end down there. It's not even 808, it's a respace. I love respace. It's like, if you listen to a lot of my music, you realize, oh wow, there's a lot of respaces going on here. So this song, I wanted as much, like I said, as much warmth and earth and like soil. Like let's just substitute the words for like everything related to the earth and like the vibe right now, as you can see. Soil, grounded, rooted, plant the seed. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm getting at. So this respace really helps with, like, let's just play everything with the respace without the drums, and then let's go ahead and like enable it. It's gonna be almost there, but it's not gonna be there. It's so close, man. We're putting our foundation in. Oh my gosh, like the first hit, bro. It literally sounds like everything is connected. Like there's just no better way to say it.
Hey, doing something.
Yeah.
Come on, girl. Let's go sit down.
Like I said, I knew this was gonna happen. She got no dog on the. She got the leash on the dog, but the she's not holding the dog. Okay. It's funny. Oh, and last thing, these are here.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, so that kind of just adds a bit more to the track. I want to show you guys something real quick because this is Leah singing that same thing. Leah Evalesi. You guys don't know. I mean, I don't mean to throw her under the bus for throwing her in like this. It's just like I asked her. She was over one day, and I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like a female would work on this. But at the same time, I was like, I'm not sure about it. So just sing on it to see if it sounds good. She didn't sound very confident. So I was like, I'll just leave it off, So I just left it as it is. But yeah, that's just a little fun fact, something like just a little Easter egg that no one knows about. Let's go ahead and move on to the, hold on. Interesting. Me just noodling around. All right, ozone.
Thank God I'm here. No way I'm not the same. He's been sincere and knows just where to aim. With all my intentions, I can let that become the new cause of a setback. At least I got a family that gets that. If I'm lost,
So it's kind of like a copy and paste. It's just kind of more lyric focused. And I knew this project, I mean, the whole Elements EP project was going to be more lyric focused, but I also want it to be just as focused production wise as lyric wise. So you're gonna notice like right away, like with the song Water, there's a lot going on. I gotta show you guys. But yeah, and I'll open up the vocal project later just so you guys, how I do it in Ableton. I think I'm kind of set in stone that I kind of want to work in Ableton as far as vocally, just because I feel like I can just do a bit more freedom there. I'm not tied to some things because FL can't do a lot of things that Ableton can do, and vice versa. Just saying, for this project, it just worked. So yeah, as we happy for this little thing that I had before. We got the sound. That same sound. Easy. A little guitar thing I played. And then there's this loop. I made this loop like in 2020, and dude, the nature just won't shut up. It's not that I'm not against it. It's just the video. Like the squirrel is looking at me and making the noise. It's like, why don't you come be in my video, bro? You want to break down the song for me? Let's go ahead and fast forward through this. So we already kind of broke down the chorus, and this is the chorus happening again. So we're gonna go ahead and just fast forward to probably the most beautiful part of the song. So 2 years ago, it was just the piano and the guitar. That was it. And even this part, it wasn't even as beautiful. I'll get there. It wasn't even as beautiful as this. So what I used for the piano, of course, Contact. There's one thing I don't like about Contact. Sorry, Contact. Sorry, Native Instruments. But this is the truth. Because when I break down a song, or when I open it up on another, device like the laptop, for some reason it doesn't want to load the preset, or it doesn't want to load the instrument. It's like I gotta do this all over again, or it loads it but it can't find it. It's like, bro. But here's the piano part. I'll play this for you. Are you crying? Because I'm not. I've heard this song enough. I did kind of cry when I made this part. Not the piano, but everything with it. It just sounded so good that I was like, yo, I'm about to start tearing up. Like, it's that. Even my mom listened to the song. She started tearing up a little bit because it's just like, the whole song and the idea of the song is like who I am as a person. And should I just stay down to earth and be humble? I know I'm going to mess up sometimes. I know it seems like I want to be the best that I can be, and there's a lot of pride that comes with that. Sometimes I might show out, but I learned to just take that all in and be like that. In the long term, being humble is the most humble thing you could do. It's just like being that person to be like, I do it all, but it's like, just because I do it all doesn't mean I have to keep reminding you. I made this song all by myself. All right, cool. I didn't have to go anybody because I've been doing this for years, so it's not anything like I need to brag about. And this song, it doesn't really look at that perspective, but this song just kind of looks at the whole perspective of things. Who I am as an artist, who I am as a person, everybody that knows me, and whatnot. Was that in the same key as a song? That's crazy. Let's go ahead and get back to it. Sounds very raw. There's also this campfire campfire. Sets the vibe, bro. It literally sounds like I'm here right now. How funny is that? There's me singing. So let's go ahead into the next part, because this is end game for beauty. Like, I just noticed we're missing something. I might have used Arcus. I just don't know if I did. It used to be this other plugin I used. It was still Contact. I just, like I said, it doesn't load. Let's see what it sounds like. I think I used that. I don't know. There was something else I used and it sounds just as good. Regardless of what I used, it still sounds good because I sat there for like 10 minutes trying to figure out what works the best. So let's go ahead and play my vocals, which I kept in here, by themselves. I could end the video right here, guys. I could end it right now. It's that simple. I knew my vocals would definitely help push the song in that direction. It feels like you're like, I'm floating in the shower right now. Like wherever you are, you're floating in your seat, you're floating at the dinner table, you're floating on the couch. Close your eyes, you're floating, okay? I'm not describe it, man. Like it's just one of those things. It's like, wow, that's just music. Jeffrey, are you capable of doing that? Yes, I am. I guess. I guess I didn't know I was. Now I know. Also, these little things here, like this. Earth, falling debris. Earth. It's like transitions. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna use earth sounds to make transitions, right? Instead of using like a cashmere. Last thing. Like I said, that's how I felt comfortable with that. You know, I got better at guitar, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just learn it. I guess I could play the strings by themselves, or like this Arcus pack that I have. But keep in mind, this is, man, I'm not gonna save it just because I know this isn't the actual sound I used. I just know this is something very similar. But Arcus works because it's that good. Expression controller. Oh, CPU. Whoa. I have a time frame, so I can't really go back and play it again. So you might have to scroll the video back to hear that again and kind of start floating, like I said. But yeah, let's go ahead into the last part because this is just a breakdown, you know, breakdown and nothing's going on. So
Lately, I just been feeling down to earth, maybe. I just need to know I wanna what they see. Only what I did in the past, but I second.
and as you can see, the water comes in, transitions into the next song. You see where I'm getting at? Do I hear crickets? I thought I heard crickets. Good thing we have a crappy mic. We won't have to pick up all the stuff. Maybe in my next video I'll be shooting with a better mic. We'll see. I just used this because I thought, oh, it's less, it's less bulky, and it's like it just gets by. It just works for what it is. But yeah, like in this art, I just took some elements out of the chorus section and just threw them in here. This was originally in the chorus. I'm not sure if this was in there now, but it originally was.
Lately, I just been.
And it's very simple. It's just the chords. One last thing I want to show you guys in this project. There is this, which I didn't know what I was going to use it for. I think I was going to use it for water, or the end of air should transition into water, but it just I don't know how to go from earth to water like that. So here's what it sounds like. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's like, okay, see where you're going now. It's getting dark out here, bro. I gotta like take this off. Right now, I have my ND filter on. For those who don't even know what that is, it just makes your image darker. It's like a glass. See, it's like way brighter, but it's like I don't even know if that looks good, you know? Like, cause I'm looking at the monitor and it's like it'd be blown out, like the whole sky is white. Yeah, so that's the end of that, dude. My battery is going. It's at 43. I hate this laptop. That's why I was like, you know what, man? I almost bought myself a battery charger for the laptop that's portable, and I could just take it anywhere and it would just last forever. But this, I was testing it to hope it would just run as long as I said, and it didn't work. So, but yeah, this last part wasn't working, so I just left it as it is, and I rendered out just the only section that you heard. And this sample here, this was from somewhere else. This is not my song or any of my stuff. I'm trying to figure out what this is. It's kind of cool though. It could like work for something else, but it's like right now I'm in the season of I don't care, and I'm not going to use it for anything else. I don't know where that's from, bro. I don't know where that's from. Anywho, we are running out of time, and I gotta get the vocals through and through. So I'm gonna pause this right now. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Hey, tell me your favorite part right now in this song, right now. And we're in the wilderness, baby, sorta, because we're like there's a lake out there, but this is as best as we can get. It's windy outside. Oh no, man. It's getting windy out here. This is the last thing I wanted. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so we're in the vocal project, as you can see here. This is how I do things. I start with the instrumental, and then I just make groups for everything. Like the lead vocal will have its own group, and it's weird how I do things because I process everything at the end, everything as a whole at the end. But lead vocs are going in the run group, and then doubles or harmonies or whatever. The doubles basically, and then harmonies kind of in their own, but looks like everything's in here. So I'll just run you through a quick, just a rundown of how I process it and what I do basically.
Good life, I say, feels like I know what's best. Hard work, it pays, but sometimes I don't know what's next. I don't even need to take a step back. I just gotta figure out where my head's at. But sometimes I overthink shit. Need to break from whatever I compete with.
Cool. So my main vocals, when I do vocals, I just run them all through like auto tune. This is kind of light. I try to go light on the auto tune. Well, it's 15. Well, who cares? That's not very light. And then I run them all into one plugin. And this is how I'm processing it. Running it through a plugin that takes out the reverb, which is I'm in my room recording, so I'm just taking out reverb. Then I run it through a gate. Then I run it through this plugin, which kind of shapes the vocals sound like almost like an EQ characteristics. And then this is a sibilance, like a de-esser basically. A filter to filter out the low end of my voice. And then lastly, this allow. That's why it doesn't sound like the way it does. This is depressing. It still sounds good. So who cares, right? Because I've been using UAD, and because I'm not logged, that's so weird, man. I feel like I always gotta connect with the internet. But yeah, let's just run it through.
I just gotta figure out where my head's at. But sometimes I overthink shit. Need to break from whatever I compete with.
Let's go ahead and fast forward to here.
What do you know? What do I know? What hands, something to search, quenching my thirst, I'm finding a new home. I just been feeling down to earth. I just need to know what I'm worth. Only what I did in the past, I could change fast, yeah. I know that I can't really live my life.
Shut up.
Later, but it's really what I like, really what I like, what I like. Ooh.
As you can hear, there's like a slight well, not on these vocals, but the last part did have that reverb. But on my lead vocal, there's a slight reverb going on, and it's just there. It's just enough to give the. Sorry, I'm like talking so the wind can't pick it up. It just creates a space. I can't even focus right now. My ADHD is out of control. But yeah, that's how I do harmonies. I run them all through auto tune, and sometimes I'll just, as you can see, these are spread out wide.
I could change fast, yeah.
This is wide, and then I have it running through an EQ. Bro, if it starts not thunder, it's not gonna thunderstorm. But if imagine a hurricane runs through here, I'm screwed. That's it. I'm done. And I'll try to get it on film for you guys, because that's kind of cool, right?
I could change fast, yeah. I know that I can't really live my life. Later, I like, really what I like, what I like. Ooh.
So this plugin that you guys can't see because it's not activated is the 17. So I think this is the 175, and it's based off an actual hardware version of the UAD. And I thought about buying one because my friend Nick has one, and it's a lot of money. So I mean, I can spend the money and get it, but it's like I could just wait, and I can use this because this works just as good. It's basically a compressor. That's what it is. It's like a limiting amplifier compressor, similar to like 1176 in a way. It almost looks the same, but it's really good for the sound. I used it in my shallow, which I'll break down later down the road. But let's fast forward. I think it's all relatively the same.
Down the earth, yeah. Something to search,
And when I do vocals, I try to make sure everything is on time with each other because I don't like singing loosely. As far as for the vibe of the song, I don't like singing loosely. All right. Oh, that part? Jeez, man, this wind. That part right there is nuts. I'll go back. And you hear that echo? So I return tracks. I have them going straight to this. This is my favorite plugin of reverb of all time. Like, Superplay is actually nuts, and you guys should try this. Even if it's a demo, it's one of my favorites, and it just sounds so insanely good. Even Nasco loves it, bro. If y'all don't know Nasco, don't worry about it. That's just EDM stuff. We got an Echo Boy. I'm not sure what this is doing. Oh, it's kind of sounds like it's in a room. So it's kind of putting it in a room, and then I have it going from that room through some basically EQing or filtering out into this plugin, which is really good because it's so subtle. It's right there. It's like right in the midst of things. What do you know? What do we know? What do we know? Where do we go? We're finding our true source. Down the earth, never has something to search. Quenching my thirst, we're finding a new home. Yeah. I tried to do this all in one day because sometimes if I sing one day, I'll sound okay. The next day, I might sound different. And it might not even sound the same as the way I sang it the other day. It's weird. But it happens. And I've had days where I was like, I'll re-record it. And it sounds better. So it's like, oh, I guess we'll just re-record everything. Because I did do a lot of these vocals, but half of this stuff, maybe like 20% of it was not like this. It was all right, you know. Later, but it's really what I like, really what I like, what I like. Yeah, straightforward. I mean, lately, I just been feeling down to earth, maybe. I just need to know what I'm worth. They see only what I did in the past, I could change fast, yeah. I know that I can't really live my life. I saw later, but it's really what I like, really what I like, what I like. Ooh. And you can also hear that automation go out. I think this is all I saw an automation somewhere. Where is it? This one? Yeah, I think it's this button right here. So as you can see down here. Oh, look at this. So it looks like it's running through this. Oh my gosh, my battery saver's on. This is detrimental, guys.
What I like, ooh.
So it's running through this plugin that's going up an octave, and I think it's halfway mixed in, halfway mixed out, halfway wet. Okay, and then we got ROM. This is a reverb plugin that it runs through.
What I like, ooh.
And then with the Devil Lock, I kind of just wanted to bring out a bit more compression and a bit more crunch. So without it, it sounds like this.
What I like, ooh.
It's like the automation went away. I didn't even know if that was part of the thing.
What I like, ooh.
But other than that, I try to keep it in short. I mean, I did pretty good. And my battery is at 18%. We still got time. If I was doing this live, that'd be a whole nother show of itself. But I try to plan accordingly where to go. It's already dark outside. So, but yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. You can subscribe if you want. I got tons more of this stuff I'm going to be dropping. I wanted to see if I could do this once a week at various locations. So Earth will be here. I know a place where I could do it at water. It's such a cool location. You guys are gonna love where I'm gonna go. And then Getaway is gonna be like the coolest of all because I found a cool place that looks like a vacation area. It looks like you're like in Costa Rica, but it's not Costa Rica. So yeah, let me go ahead and shut this all off and take this all home before it gets too dark and dangerous, and I might get snatched up by I don't know, Pocahontas, and I die. So.
Best I could change fast, yeah. I know that I can't really live my life. I so later, but it's really